What if the biggest change in the economy in 100 years is happening right now, and the signs are all around us? The rocks on which global banking is built are shaking. A low booming sound that means a wave worth trillions of dollars is about to hit. We're not talking about small changes in the market. We are talking about a major change in how money is saved and sent around the world. Major corporations are planning for a future where digital assets aren't just an option, but the very foundation of the economy. This is happening while most people are focused on daily news. Do you see the signs? Before we go any further with this story, it's important to know that getting around in this new world takes more than luck. You need a map for that. That's why I've been studying and investing for over 10 years to make the XRP Millionaire Blueprint. This isn't just another PDF guide. It's a complete plan that comes from years of working in the field. Step-by-step instructions will be given on how to find the next huge opportunities before they become popular. This information could help you protect your financial future. In the next sentence, the link is waiting for you. Do not just watch what will happen. Get ready for it. The first part of this riddle needs to be peeled back, starting with the world's most powerful organizations quietly gathering digital assets. In 2025, public companies already had more than 1 million Bitcoin, which is a huge amount worth more than $115 billion. Also, they have more than 3 million ETH, which is worth an extra $14 billion in their banks. This is just the beginning. When you ask what will happen next, the story really starts. There are many signs that a new type of assets is emerging, and XRP is at the top of the list. This new class of assets is expected to attract the next $100 billion or even $1 trillion in business investment. This is not a guess. It's happening right now. To give you an example, 𝗙𝗶𝗹 is a publicly owned company that just raised $19 million to build an XRP savings account. This move is a part of a much bigger plan. It builds on previous funding rounds that included big-name backers like Prince AA, who gave them a total of over $121 million in treasury capital. The road plan for 𝗙𝗶𝗹's isn't shy. It talks about how the XRP deployment could grow to $200 million, and that's just for one business. This is just the very top of the iceberg. Think about what will happen when the world's top 500 or even 1,000 companies start to invest even a small amount of their money in a crypto plan. The gates to the flood are starting to break open. There are already other pioneers moving forward. XRP has been added as an internal bank asset by the huge financial company SBI Holdings. Public filings by Flora Growth Corporation show that it has XRP in its portfolio. Hyperscale Data Inc. has said it wants to buy $10 million worth of XRP, and Nature's Miracle has said it will give away $20 million. A lot of people also say that companies like Trident Digital Tech and 𝗙𝗶𝗶 International have large amounts of XRP saved up for accounting and liquidity purposes. Thoughts and actions are two different things, of course, but when businesses like 𝗙𝗶𝗹 start to act, they set an example for others to follow. We are seeing the very first drops of the rain, which will soon turn into a cascade. The raid on business treasuries is just one part of a much bigger picture. A shocking comment came from someone you wouldn't expect, Vlad Tenev, CEO of Robinhood. He didn't say that tokenization would change or mess up the banking system. His words were much more powerful. He said the whole system would be eaten. If the CEO of a big fintech company says something so firm, the markets have no choice but to pay attention. This is not a long time from now. It's how things really are happening under our feet. It is already happening. People are moving from traditional banking to on-chain assets. Take a look. In a few years, every kind of object could be turned into a digital token, including stocks, bonds, real estate, commodities, and more. Robinhood is already doing this by introducing tokenized stock trade in Europe, which gives people access to US stocks 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Tokenized real estate is their next goal. Tokenized assets are meant to become the norm, a new language for banking used around the world. With its MiC rules, Europe is leading the way, but the US is getting ready to play catch-up and set the stage for this huge change. Let's get a real sense of how big it is when someone eats the banking system. Tokenization is the process of turning a real-world object into a digital copy that can be stored on a blockchain. You'll have both the actual paper, asset, and its digital copy at first. But the on-chain token will become the object itself in the long run. Everything of value in the world moved on these digital tracks. This is where the huge growth potential for infrastructure protocols like XRP and others really hits you. Just to give you an idea, the market for tokenized assets is only $24 billion right now. Now look at how that compares to the old markets. About $140 trillion is worth of bonds traded around the world. Next is the stock market, which is worth $150 trillion. Real estate worth a huge $400 to $500 trillion. There are now $400 trillion more in debt markets. There is real value worth quadrillions of dollars waiting to be added to the blockchain. We still haven't hit even 1% of this migration. How will that trip go over the next 5 to 10 years? It is the first time in history that you can own a piece of the financial system itself if you hold the assets that make up the lines of this new system. The infrastructure must be perfect, institutional grade, and able to handle the speed of global trade for this quadrillion-dollar migration to happen. In fact, this is what is being built right now. The CME Group, a giant in traditional finance, is getting ready to let people trade cryptocurrency futures and options, including XRP, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week by early 2026. It's not just a small change, it's a huge step forward that brings together the never-ending nature of digital assets with the strong infrastructure of institutional finance. This move, along with the addition of both standard and micro XRP futures, gives the currency a level of legitimacy and accessibility that has never been seen before. In fact, XRP was the digital currency on the CME platform that grew the fastest. In just 3 months, it had 1 billion transactions. This 247 regulated platform has clear prices and a lot of liquidity, which gives big companies the peace of mind they need to enter the market in large numbers. The giants have a lot of power because of the development of complex trading markets, such as futures and options. They can use it to protect themselves from danger, ride out volatility, and make money, which are all things they need to run their business. As you can see, a strong futures market usually comes before a strong spot market.